All right. Welcome to the Los Angeles Film School Library Orientation. So you want to learn about the library. My name is Georgina, and I'm the library director here for the school. Today I have here with me my two lovely library assistants. We have Matt and Stephanie, and we're going to show you how to navigate the library website, how to locate items through our catalog, which is Koha, how to search and access some of our A to Z databases. And ultimately, we will give you some tips to help you become a better researcher. We hope that you'll have a better understanding of our services and the many different types of resources that are available to you for free as a student, alumni, or even as a faculty and staff member. Throughout the webinar, we will be conducting a couple of polls, so please do try to answer them when they pop up on your screen. Also, if you have any questions during our presentation, please feel free to use the Q&A tab. Stephanie will be answering them in the chat. At the end of the presentation, we will have additional time to answer any lingering or additional questions live. So first things first, we would like to take a poll to get a better understanding of our audience. So the first poll is, who are you? So please select the current month you're in if you're a student. So if you're month 1, you're a brand new student. If you're months 2 to 5, select that. Somewhere in between 5 to 20. Or if you're about to graduate, you're in the final months, please select that as well. If you're not a student, maybe you graduated, you're an alumni, welcome back, and you can select that. If you're a faculty staff member, you can select that as well. Let's see, let's move on to the next slide. So for this term, students and staff can access the library on campus, which is located in B1, 5th floor. For the most part, we are open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Though depending on upcoming holidays or special events, we may be closed early, so please check the library site for more accurate hours. And while you're up here, you can utilize the space, computers, you can borrow our library materials, you can print and scan, and ultimately use the space for your needs to study or just kind of chill and relax. Again, you can check the library site for more alerts and updates on this. Let's see. So here is our contact info. Many of our digital resources and online services will remain available on our website, so which will go more depth in a little bit. But before we move on, we would like to get another poll. So poll number 2, has anyone visited the LAFS library, whether it may be in person or visiting the library website? We just want to know if you have ever visited the library before or even saw like our website. And it's okay if you haven't done so. This is why we're here, to help you navigate through and kind of learn about the resources that we can offer you. So while you select those, let me go ahead and switch over here to our website. Okay. So here is our website, and you can visit us at library.lafilm.edu, or you can go through the Connect website or log on to your LMS portal under resources. So I'm just going to go over some of the key aspects of the library site, starting with the library's homepage, as you can see here. And at the top here, we're going to go over to several tabs over here. I'll kind of dive into about section, the services that we have, our collections, and then Matt will dive into research and ways to support us. So on the bottom here, we have our announcements block. Is kind of our our general important announcements for you. You can always view more to read more about it. Below here, we have our quick links bookmark. So let's say you're here and you're wanting to quickly print and you don't know how to do that, you can go ahead, select that, and it brings you up to our printing installation software onto your laptop, and it shows you all that information. If you're just trying to look for our catalog, you can select that as well. So it's just kind of easy peasy bookmarks for you here to access some things. And on the left hand side, we have our alerts, like I mentioned earlier, creating a library account, that sort of thing. We have our hours and location that's located here. And we have our contact information. So all of our social handles are listed here as well. And on the right hand side, we have our events, what's coming up in the next few weeks or so. And we have our get started section. This is kind of just important things for you to get started on using the library. And in the middle of all this, we have 2 video tutorials. Our monthly webinar orientations will be uploaded here in the section. So in case you forget or you want to view at a later time, you can always go back to view the recording here. And we have our Koha catalog video tutorial, which will also go in depth in a little bit, but this is just, it goes more into detail about how to utilize the catalog and how to renew and place holds. And so that is listed here as well. In the bottom over here, we have our news and blog posts. So these get updated regularly as we have new information for you, new blogs, that sort of thing. So you can always view more and see and read what we have. We have a May blog post, so you can go ahead and check that out. We just published it. And yeah, you can go through, see what our top favorite picks are for this month. And then at the bottom, we have some of our Spotify playlists. So you can go ahead and listen to what we're listening to. Let's see. And so, yeah, let's go back to the top into the About section. So the About section, you will find things that are associated with the library's mission, strategic goals, rules for visiting the library, and understanding our policies and code of conduct for both students and staff. So you can see here, if you're a student, you can click on the student policies and you can get a general overview of what you can use or not use depending on your school status. In general, on-campus students and LA-based online students can also check out library items. Unfortunately, alumni, or if you're a withdrawn student, you won't be able to check out anything, but you can still view them online if we do have available for online version, or you can read the material inside the library. And let's see, and in our Ask a Librarian section, we just have helpful like numbers, phone numbers, or emails to reach out to. So the library is responsible for answering any directional questions from patrons, checking in and out library materials, maintaining the front desk and facility, and adding resources to Koha, and just overall helping the patron needs. So if you have any library specific questions, you can always call us here on this number or email us as well. And if you need to make an appointment, you can also do that as well for item pickup or even a drop off. In addition, if you need help with research assignments, you can also contact us at the reference desk. we can definitely direct you to some of our databases, journal articles, any resources that might be of use for your projects. We can kind of help guide you in that direction. But we cannot, complete your homework. That's something that you might have to refer back to your professor if it's like a specific question on an assignment. So please refer to your professor for those things, but we can definitely help you give you access to a resource, or maybe help you find it at a different library if we don't carry it. Another area of support is the info desk. We can provide you with information about other departments, or maybe turn to for help, whether it may be like asking for advisors, financial help, tech kits, or any technical assistance, things like that. So we can guide you into other areas of support. So all our phone numbers and emails are listed here. So let's move back to the home page where we can go into services. So the services, so you can find are listed here. We can provide you with circulation, which again is just checking in and checking out library materials that may consist of books. We have media and digital resources, along with borrowing equipment, including computers. We have a few computers here at the library that you can use. We have a printer and scanning machine. You can use that as well. We have headphones and other like office supplies that you can borrow, like staplers and pens and tape and paper clips if you might need them. We have a study space, so you may utilize the area to study or just relax and chill and just browse the internet. We also have more spaces in the hallway of the library floor. So that's also in addition to inside the library. So if you need to eat your lunch, you could do that right outside the hallway. We have a couple of chairs and tables outside. And then, like I mentioned before, we have the reference info desks, and we do events and webinars as well. So let's go back to the library homepage where we can go into collections. So as you can see here, we have a few items here, including books, films, screenplays, magazines. We have audio, CDs, and music related databases as well. We have games and so much more. You can further view our collection in detail by using our library catalog, Koha. So you can conduct a simple searches just to browse what we do have in our physical collection, but also some digital collection as well. So you can access them 24/7 right here. So you can click on library catalog, and we'll do, a couple of demonstrations so that you can get familiar with Koha. So you can always log into librarycatalog.lefm.edu or just go through library catalog on the button there on our website. So the purpose of library catalog is to locate items within our collection. You can browse, you can look up by title, by author. If you do know like the ISBN number, you can search that up as well. So for this, we'll do a demonstration of, if you're trying to look for a specific title. So let's say you're looking for a Baby Driver. You can go ahead and search that up here. You can see that we have two items or item types. We have a video and we have the script for it. So if you're trying to access, let's say the electronic script, you're at home, you want to read the script, you can go ahead and see that there is an electronic copy of it. So you can go ahead and select electronic access button, and it will route you to perhaps sign in if you haven't done so. I'm already logged in, but make sure that you sign in with your LA Film email. Most of our electronic scripts are on our Google Drive, but you still have access to Google as long as you enter in your LA Film email. I know it might be confusing at first, but on Google, if you do select another account, just make sure you sign out of your personal account and sign in with the other account, which is your LA Film email. And this would hopefully give you access to the script, and you can read it right from home or even here at the library as well. So similarly, if you want to view the video, you can always select the title as well. It gives you just more details, and maybe a description if you're looking for that, the summary, if you don't know like what the movie is about. Some of them might have a trailer on there attached to it. And you can see that we have two holding types. So we have electronics video and we have a Blu-ray that is available. So you can see the status right there is available. So if you want to view the electronic video, you can go ahead again, click on electronic X button, and it should route you to one of our databases, which is Swank Digital Campus, and it will load to watch the video right there. Again, you can do this from home or here at the library or wherever you have internet connection. So let's see. So we do have some features of having going through Koha. You can always look through some of our public lists. Right now we have the AAPI Heritage Month. You could go ahead, select that, and see what types of videos, scripts, movies, graphic novels, books about this topic. We have other ones right here as well. And let's see, another thing that we can show you is the advanced search feature. So let's say you don't know what you're looking for. You don't really have a title in mind, but let's say you're looking for a specific, or at least a specific item type. You can go ahead and select, let's say, electronic TV scripts, TV movie scripts, electronics movies, scripts. You can go ahead, select those item types, and then click on search. So you can do this. Let's say if you're looking for books only, just select books. If you're looking for movies, select those movies as well. And you can go ahead and what I would like to do was put them in order, just easier to see all the electronic scripts that we have in ABC order. So if you don't know what you're looking for, you can always do it by this way, more of a broader search. You can see that we have almost 6,000 scripts here added to our collection, and all these are electronic. So as long as you sign in with your LA Film email, you'll be able to go ahead, click on the electronic X button, and then it routes you to the eScript. And then you can read them right from home. So I do have another question. We have another quick poll. So has anybody of you have a library account? You might have one, but maybe you don't have one, and that's okay. We can show you how to get a library account. So you can go ahead, click on the Koha homepage. And right at the bottom, we have a library count application. So it's also listed on our website, but if you're on here, you can do that as well. So you can see that you must fill this form out. So as long as you enter in, correct information like your LA Film email, ID number, all that information, that way we'll receive it. We'll add you to on the back end, we'll add you to Koha. That way you'll have an account. So not everybody starts with an account. You must fill this out and then understand that, if you're going to borrow any of the library materials, that you're responsible and that you're going to return it before you graduate. So, and if not, then you'll have to pay for some late fees, lost fees, and you don't want that. We just need the item back so that other people have the chance to check it out as well. So once you receive the confirmation email saying that you have a library account, you can go ahead and log in to your account. So then click on login. And since I'm already logged in as a student portal account, you can see that I have something checked out. You can go ahead and go to your account so you can view other items here. So you can see if you have any charges, any late fees, you can pay off right here in the portal. You could also view other details on your account. Let's say if you need to change a phone number, you can also do that as well. Add other information here. You can view your search history, your checkout history. Also, you can view your messaging. So let's say you want to receive a text message. So when you do check out an item, you'll receive 1 day in advance notice saying that, hey, this item is due tomorrow, like bring it back. And you can always receive that notification if you want. List. So if you would like to create your own list, similar like these public lists, you can do that as well. It's just private your lists, and you can create as many as you want. You can have a book list, you can have a watch list, you have a reading script list. So you can do that as well. Pretty cool, nifty. And purchase suggestion. You can leave a purchase suggestion. So if it's something that you can't find in here, you can always leave a note for us. So then that way, maybe we can try to get it for you. But that's only if we can buy it within our budget. Let's see. And another cool thing that you can do is that, let's say you would like to check out something, and let's say you see this book and it's like, hey, I want to read it. You can place a hold. So you can also place holds here when you have a library account. And that way we'll receive the notification and then we'll call you and see if it's ready for pickup. So that way saves you time if you're trying to plan on picking up items when you're in class or during your break. And that's kind of a few key features here about the Koha. We also have that video tutorial that I showed you if you want to view more about it. And that's pretty much it for Koha. So let's go back to the library website where Matt will be diving into research and ways to support us.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Georgina, and thank you, everyone, for being here with us today. Like Georgina just said, I'm going to be going over 2 different sections of the library website, the research section and the support us section, both of which feature a lot of really cool resources. One of the key features of the library website is our collection of online databases, which Georgina mentioned earlier. And they're really useful for doing things like research for essays, if you're writing a thesis, or if you're just looking for some reliable information on any given topic. But before we begin, I have a two-part poll for you. How many of you have experience with academic journals? And if so, which ones? So if you do, you would click yes. If you have not had any experience with academic journals, you would click no. And if you have, just let us know if you've had experience with things like Google Scholar, EBSCO, ProQuest, ERIC, JSTOR, or others. So we'll give you a second to fill that out. Okay, all right, let's just go ahead and jump back in. So let's go ahead and click on the research tab up there in the menu. Just click on that and it'll take us straight to the research guide. So here you can see a lot of really great resources. There's tips for doing research, for choosing a topic, for finding books. There's guides on different citation styles, but we are going to click on A to Z databases. And what that is going to do is take us to this master list of all of the different databases that we offer access to. So as you can see, there's quite a bit. There's 38 in total. Some of these databases are subscription based. So when you try to access them, you'll be prompted to log in. And in that case, you'll just sign in with your LA Film credentials for access and it should work. If you need more clarification on how to access the databases or how to conduct simple searches, you can find a guide under the tutorials page, but we'll go over that a little bit later. And we will actually be doing a demonstration on how to do a simple search. But for right now, let's just explore some of these databases so you can see what some of them look like. So to start off, let's go ahead and click on Alexander Street Press Film Scripts Online. So this database offers access to over 100 scripts, all of which are authorized versions. The database offers a few ways to browse. You can browse by people, by genre. They have these award sections, critical assessments. But what we're going to do, we're just going to browse by genre, just so you guys can see a little bit more of this database. And as you can see, it has 20 different genres that you can browse through. We are going to browse through fantasy because that is my favorite. And we'll just click on whatever is at the top. Highlander. Cool. So let's click on that. And again, this is 100% free. You just log in with your LA Film credentials. And this is for all LA Film affiliates, whether you're student, staff, faculty. And as you can see, here's a script and you can scroll through it. You can zoom in, zoom out. It's really cool. Really, it's a really great resource. But let's keep going because we got a lot to go through. So let's go back to the A to Z database page. And this time I'm going to show you how you can kind of browse in different ways. So we have these little menus, these drop-down menus at the top, subject, database type, and all vendors. Let's pull down the all subject one and click on music so we can see the different databases that we have that pertain to music. As you can see, there are 19 of them. Let's scroll down a little bit and we're going to click on one that's called Naxos Music Library. So we'll scroll down to the ends. There we are, Naxos Music Library. So this is a really great resource if you're interested in classical music. You can explore and stream classical music from over 800 labels, 100% for free. And the database website also offers things like guided tours of different musical eras. It's pretty cool. If you look over on the left-hand side, there's this menu. One of the links says resources. Let's go ahead and click on that. And here we go. Those are the guided tours I was talking about. They also have these study guides that seem to be categorized by region. They have a junior section that looks like it's geared towards a younger audience. Yeah, it's really cool. But just to explore a little bit, let's go ahead and scroll up and we're going to take a guided tour of the Romantic era. So let's click on that and it'll open up this really cool outline. So let's click on Chopin, number 17. Now, I don't think you'll be able to hear anything through the Zoom call, but if you try it out at home, you should be able to hear it. Let's click on Etude number 1 in C major, right there. There we go. Let's click on it. And as you can see, it opens up this media player and we can click play, but again, I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear it. You can kind of hear it, but not too well, but that's okay. So yes, a very cool database, very cool resource that again, 100% free. So please take advantage of it. But let's go ahead and keep chugging along. Let's go back to the A to Z database page. And let's scroll all the way back up to the top. And we are going to clear the filters and we're going to browse a different way this time. We're going to browse by the database type. So we're going to browse to streaming videos. We're going to click on that so you can see what kind of databases we have that offer streaming videos. And as you can see, there's 5 of them. We're going to click on Swank Digital Campus. So this is one of the databases where you can watch movies, because what would a film school be without a way to watch movies, right? So as you can see, it has a pretty cool library. Some really great titles here, some classics, some new ones, Jurassic Park, La La Land, Manhattan, Paper Moon, Pan's Labyrinth, which is a really great one. The Bling Ring is one of my favorite movies. Let's click on that. It's a Sofia Coppola movie. And again, I don't think it'll play through Zoom because Zoom has like these copyright blocks, but there is the media player. And again, you just log in with your LA Film credentials and it should work just fine. It's just Zoom is, Zoom doesn't like us to have fun during these webinars, but it's okay. We'll go back to our A to Z database page and keep chugging along. I know we're moving pretty fast, but it's just because there's a lot to go through. All right, cool. So let's clear the filters again. And this time we're going to pull down the all vendors/providers menu and we're going to click on EBSCO. EBSCO is the largest database platform that we have, and it's broken down into 7 different smaller collections depending on what you need. There's Academic Search Elite, there's Business Source Elite, there's EBSCO eBooks, there's Film and Television Literature Index, there's Flipster Magazine, a lot of really cool stuff. But we are going to explore Academic Search Elite because we are going to do a little demonstration on how to conduct a simple search. So this one, again, is another database that's going to require you to log in with your LA Film username and password. But once you do, this is what it'll look like. So something you may notice right away is that the website offers multiple search fields all stacked up together like this. And the reason for that is because this website uses something called Boolean operators. Sorry, I lost my place, but it's okay. So Boolean operators are just a way for you to refine your searches. So for example, in this first search field, I'm going to type time travel because we're going to do a search for something related to time travel, right? Now you can see these little boxes on the left-hand side that say and. If you pull that menu down, you see that you can either click and or not, right? So if you wanted to further refine your search, you could write and motion pictures, right? And what that'll do is that'll yield search results that include both time travel and motion pictures in the record description, right? So if you're looking for something specifically that's time travel and motion pictures, and you want them both to be in the search results, that's what's going to happen. If we were to change the Boolean operator to or, then you would have a more broad search. You would find things in your search, or the search results would be things that might either just be time travel, might just be motion pictures, or might be both. So it's a little bit broader. And if we were to change the Boolean operator to not, what that would do is it would yield search results that include time travel, but would exclude anything that mentions motion pictures. If you want to completely exclude any mention of motion pictures, you would click not. And then over on the right, you can see that you can further define your key terms by telling EBSCO what it is these key terms are. If you want to, you can say, okay, this key term is the name of an author, or it's the title of a piece of work that I'm looking for, right? So again, these are all just ways for you to really, really refine your search, and refining your search can really cut down on the time it takes to scour through all of the search results, because if you've done any academic research before, you know that it can take a really, really long time to find sources, to read all of these different records, all these different journals, articles. So doing things like this can really, really help to cut down on that time. But anyways, we are going to conduct this search as time travel and motion pictures. So we'll click search. And as you can see, we got a whole heck of a lot of search results. But one thing we're going to do is we're going to use a limiter. Over on the left-hand side, you have these little boxes where you can limit the search results. We're going to limit to full text because we want to make sure that all of the search results that we're looking at contain the full text of the article, the journal, whatever it is that we're looking at. So here we go. It's cut down the resources or the search results a little bit. It's down to 50. Let's go ahead and scroll down. And there's one that we like to use right there, No Time Like the Present. This is the one we like to use for demonstrations. So this, as soon as you click on it, this is the detailed record. This shows you everything you need to know about it. It has the authors, it has the source, where it came from, it has the subject terms, it has the abstract, like the little summary of what's going on. It even tells you the word count, how many words are in this thing. But over on the left-hand side, you'll see these links. One says HTML full text and one says PDF full text. Let's click on PDF full text so you can see what that is. Basically what it is it's like a scanned version of the article, right? It's the article in its original format. So it's very, very interesting. It's cool to reference, but if you want to see the full text without having to look at like this weird scanned version of it, you would want to look at the HTML full text, which we'll click on now. And it's all of that text from those scans just formatted in regular HTML text, much easier to read. As you can see, there's also this button that says listen. So if you would prefer to listen to the text, or if you need it to be read to you, you can use that tool, and we'll just click it so you can hear what it sounds like.
No time like the present. Advisory.
Sounds pretty cool if you ask me. But yeah, so it's a very, very good resource for doing research. If we scroll up a little bit, we can see that we have these other tools on the right-hand side. You can save the record to a Google Drive, to your OneDrive. I know that you all have Microsoft accounts, so OneDrive is probably the tool that you'd use if you want to save it to some kind of drive. You can save it to a folder. You can print out the detailed record. The record, by the way, not the full text. It'll print out the record. You can email it to yourself. You can save it. You can cite it. This is a really cool tool. Let's click on that. If you decide that you want to use this article in an essay, a thesis, any kind of paper, and you need to cite it in your works cited page, it does the work for you. You just figure out which citation style that you need, and you just copy and paste into your works cited page, and you don't got to do anything else. Work is done. And if we click on permalink over in that tool menu, this is a handy little link that you can use if you need to send it to somebody. You can just copy paste that link. Very, very simple to use. It can be a little daunting because I know it looks, it looks academic, but it's very easy to use once you get the hang of it. But yeah, so that kind of concludes our demonstration of how to use databases like this. And if you have any questions, clarifications, we're always here to help you. We also have those tutorials, which we'll go over in a little bit. So let's continue with our exploration of the library website. So we'll just go back to the homepage and we'll just keep moving along. Again, I know we're going very fast, but if you have questions, feel free to reach out to us. So we just explored the A to Z database page. We are going to explore the subject guides now. So we're going to click on that. And basically what this is this is just like a compilation of resources that we've put together for all of the different programs here at LA Film. So we have a animation subject guide, an audio production subject guide, entertainment business, et cetera, et cetera. Let's click on the animation guide so you guys can see what that looks like. And again, it's just a compilation of all of these different resources that we put together for each program. And they are not limited to those who are enrolled in the program. Obviously, anybody can look at these guides, and we definitely encourage you to do so because there's a lot of really great resources here. There's books, there's links to books that we have in our collection. There's links to books that can be found online. There's streaming media on the web, videos that you can watch, lots of really great stuff. Let's go ahead and keep moving. So let's go back to the home page, pull down that research menu once again, and let's click on resources. So here, and I just realized that I forgot to click on something in the subject guide, but it's okay. We'll just keep moving. So in the online resource page, this is another master list that we have, and this is all basically just helpful sites that we've compiled together. You can browse a list that ranges from learning courses to streaming media, to books, to art, to stock images. There's over 150 resources available, and they range from free to premium services that are available with either a subscription or a purchase. But let's explore and let's click on art resources. This is one of my favorites. Let's click on Google Arts and Culture. I love this site so much. It's really, really cool. So Google does this thing where they create digital exhibits or sometimes little like fun games and stuff. And it's all centered around art, things that are going on around the world, things that we're recognizing for the month. You know, they do things like Black History Month, Pride Month. They recognize, right now it looks like they're recognizing Frida Kahlo. Yeah, so if we scroll down a little bit, you can see what cool stuff, like they do collaborations with, you know, major museums, really cool stuff. And we have, again, the online resource page. Let's go back to that so you can see this page with all these resources is just a huge, huge master list of all kinds of like websites that are cool like this. So if you're ever bored or you ever just want to like, you know, look for something, check this page out and just, you know, just start clicking on stuff and see what you can find. Okay, let's keep going. Let's go back to the home page. And let's pull down the research menu once again. And this is the page I kept referencing, the tutorials page. So if we click on that, it'll take you to the tutorials guide. And here is where you can find tutorials on how to use Koha, which Georgina was talking about earlier. Koha is our online library catalog. That's where we house all of the records for the things that we have here in our collection, how to do a search. There's tutorials on how to download softwares. There's tutorials on how to access and navigate the different databases, like what I was just talking about and showing you. There's even tutorials on how to print, scan, copy, all that fun stuff here in the library, how to download the printer software to your own devices so that you can print remotely. Very, very cool. Also, as a side note, I definitely encourage you to install the printer software now, right now, as soon as you can, because it just makes it easier. That way, if you ever need to print something and you're on campus and you're like, I need to go to the library to print right now, I don't have any time. You can just print it from your laptop and it'll send it to our printer. And so that when you get here, you just scan your badge and the print comes right out and you don't have to, you know, you don't have to worry about it. But anyways, yes. So that is the tutorial guide, has all these fun tutorials. And again, if for whatever reason, you know, you can't watch the tutorials or you do watch them and you're still, you know, you still have questions, you still need some clarification, we are always available to help you. You can give us a call, you can send us an email, you can come here in person, and we're more than happy to help you with any of the things that we've shown you or that is here on the website. But let's keep going. We have just a little tiny bit more. So let's go back to the homepage and let's scroll down and let's click on discounts over here in these quick links. So the discount page, all the fun stuff. So we have a large list of discount codes for all of you to use. We've scoured the internet in order to find them, from rentals to clothing to food to electronics to streaming services, anything that we could find. So again, make sure you're using your LAFS email and take advantage of them while you can. And as you can see, it's kind of separated into things for students, things for staff and faculty. Yeah, and just explore them, you know, just check them out. Some of them have been here for a while. Some of them might get like rotated out depending on what's going on. But yeah, take advantage of them, please, because, you know, everybody loves a good deal. Okay, let's go back to the home page. And I have one more page to show you. Let's scroll all the way back up and let's click on Support Us. So this is the Support Us guide. This is how you can help us here. If you would like to help us out at the library, you can always leave us feedback. We love feedback. You can give us suggestions on things that you'd like to see here in the library in terms of, you know, what we can add to our collection, like books, movies, stuff like that, or even services or anything at all. You can tell us what you think the library should look like. You know, what kind of, if you want us to play music in the library, we probably won't, but you can tell us. Also, you can donate things to the library. So if you want to donate items like, you know, books, movies, scripts, you can give us a call, send us an email. We could try to coordinate something. Yeah, but definitely feedback. Suggestions and feedback is the big one. We really love hearing from you guys. We really love learning what we can do to enhance our resources and our services and really cater to your needs and wants. So please, 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 please give us feedback. Anyway, that concludes my spiel. I'm finally done talking, so I'm going to go ahead and hand it back over to Georgina. So thank you.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you for that rundown on research and ways to support us. I know it's a lot, but it's very useful information, especially if you're starting here as a new student. You're ready on your way to becoming a really great researcher and be able to access a lot of the free things that are available to you. Before we wrap up, just want to touch base on our user guide, which is our alumni user guide. So for those of you that are about to graduate or are already have graduated, congratulations. And you can see what you will have access to or will not have access to after graduation. So you can see here what resources that you will lose after graduation, but for the most part, you do get a lot of resources. Yeah, even after graduation. So you can go ahead and view this on your own time. And let's go back to the homepage. So again, I know I mentioned earlier, but we do have our social media handles here. So if you want to follow us, we have Facebook, Instagram, Letterboxd, we have TikTok, Twitter, we have Spotify, we have our blogs. So you can go ahead and see, what we've been up to. We do try to post regularly some memes. We had a raffle the other couple weeks ago. We have new items, so you can see that we do post. So you can go ahead and follow us, and that way you can stay in know what we're doing. Yeah, so that's pretty much it as far as our library orientation. If you have any questions, please use the Q&A right now. If it's maybe something that we did not cover, or maybe you still need further information on, you can go ahead and address those right now. We do have an announcement. We do have our library apothecary. We're doing aromatherapy for Mental Health Awareness Month. So next week, that will be Thursday, May 25th. We from 11:30 to 2 p.m. If you're on campus, if you're a student or a staff member, you can go ahead and come to campus on this day, and you can go ahead and make your very own essential oil body mist and or room spray. So I have lavender right here. Very, very great smell. It kind of helps with if you're stressed, if you have anxiety. Lavender does really help with those things. So you will go ahead and create your own blend, and there will be snacks and refreshments as well. And I think yeah, and I believe also our student advising department will also join us that day as well. So we're going to collab, and it's going to be a big event on Thursday. So go ahead and mark your calendars, and we'll see you there, hopefully. And we'll try to get more online events or activities as well for those online students. So yeah, let's see. Any other? I'm trying to see if there's any questions. Looks like there's no questions for today, and that's okay. If you ever have any, even after the webinar, you can go ahead and contact us. Like Matt said, we're always open to any feedbacks, if you're trying to access something and you need help on, we're always here willing to help. Yeah, so thank you for joining us as we explore the library. We thank you for your time, and appreciate you coming into this webinar. This concludes our webinar. So have a great day. Yeah, we'll see you next week on our event. Okay, bye. Have a good one.